What if it's possible, bro? What if it's possible? Those dreams of being an entrepreneur, those dreams of being a profitable trader, those dreams of being a soccer player, whatever you want to be, what if it is possible? What if those dreams are not a joke? What if that's just not a dream? What if that's a vision of what you could be in future? You can never find out unless you try. But you're afraid to fail, right? You're afraid of what other people are going to say when you fail. Well, I'm here to tell you that, bro, failure is part of life. You need to fail in order to get there. How are you going to learn the mistakes? How are you going to go through what you have to go through in order to get there? It's a process. You need to develop as a person to get where you want to be. It takes time. But you're afraid of trying because of, But what if it's possible? You are capping your potential, bro. All of that potential that you have deep within you, you are capping it because you are not willing to try. You are not willing to take a bet on yourself to actually make it big. What if you have the greatest solution to the biggest problem you have in this world? What if you are meant to be the president? What if you are meant to be the best businessman in the world? I don't know what's in your vision. I don't know what your potential is. But the fact is, you won't know it too if you don't try. What if, bro, you try it out, bro, and it works for the rest of your life? Just think of every single person that you look up to, bro. Imagine if they didn't try. Imagine if they didn't try. And of course, you are going to fail. A lot of hardships are going to go through, but that's part of the process. It's your vision, bro. Whatever. The reason people don't see it is because they are not supposed to see it. It's supposed to shock them. But I just want to tell you this. If you believe in God, I believe that God has wired my brain and your brain in such a way that only you could have that vision. He didn't wire your dad's brain, your mom's brain, your sister's brain, your friend's brain in order for them. He wired your brain to have that vision. That's why your vision doesn't surprise God. The vision of me being a profitable trader and not going to school and doing all of these things, the vision of me just grinding ICT, that does not surprise God. The vision of you wanting to be an entrepreneur, a soccer player, whatever, bro, that doesn't surprise God. He instilled that vision in you. When He created you, He created your mind in order for it to be logical for you to think like that. Now, why wouldn't you want to actually go and pursue that? Like, just imagine this. If, like, let's say Steve Jobs, I'm shooting this on an iPhone, right? Do you think Steve Jobs would demand more from this iPhone than it created it to do? He would not. He would not. He wouldn't, demand from this iPhone to fly in the air when he did not create it to fly, but instead he created it to call people, right? Now, what I'm going to say is God can't demand from you what He didn't create you for. He can't instill a vision in your head. He can't instill a dream in your head that he thinks that you can't achieve. Why would He do that? Why would He do that? He wouldn't let you think the things that you are thinking if He knows that you aren't able to get to that destination. But you won't try. Why? Because you are scared of what other people will say. Of failing. These are the two things that people are afraid of mostly. But bro, failure is part of life. And like, failure doesn't even exist. Failure only happens when you give up. From now on, bro, I am on my way to being a profitable ICT trader. And I won't give up until I get there. What does that mean? That means I won't fail. If I die, then it didn't mean I failed. It just means I was still on the grind. And that's the mentality that I want you to adopt. That if you die, it doesn't mean that you failed. It means that you were still on the grind. And maybe if you just gave it 2 to 3 years, then you could have made it. There's this one guy, Tondani, who was like, you know what? You die trying. I forgot the comment specifically, but he said, you die trying. And that's the mentality that you're supposed to come with in this trading game, in the entrepreneur game, in the soccer game, in whatever dream you have. Don't let other people kill it for you. Whether it's your teacher, whether you just failed the test and he says that you got a C. It doesn't mean that you're an average person. It doesn't mean that you're an average student. It's just a paper, bro. And some people are living that C life. You know what I mean? Because you got a C, they say you're an average student. Now you're going to be an average person, making average money, living in an average house, having an average girl, having average kids, having an average job. That's what you're gonna do just because the teacher told you you're average. Bro, nobody knows your potential. You don't even know your potential. You don't even know whether you have the capability to succeed in whatever vision you have. You can only know that if you try. You can only know that if you try. Because if you don't try something new, you will be in the exact same place where you are right now. If you don't try something new, you know. If you don't try something new, bro, you will be still living in the same house. You will still be eating the same food. You will still be living the same lifestyle, bro. You will still be the same person if you don't change anything. I'm looking at the people in my neighborhood right now, bro. Some people have been living in the same house for 20 years. And like this house, my parents, I've been living in this house for 17 years. 18 years. 18 years, bro. Same house. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. The furniture from 14 years ago, it's still the same furniture. But what if you try something new? What if you upgrade, bro? You can't upgrade without something new. You know what I'm saying? You need to add that new thing in your life, bro. You need to try whatever you've been envisioning. That business that you wanted to start, even though the odds are against you, bro. You need to tell the odds that you are against them. Not them against you. You are against them. That's the mentality that you are supposed to have. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Try, fam. Try. Don't be afraid of pursuing your dreams. This is not a motivational video. I'm making this for whoever, bro, who's second guessing whether they want to, no, bro. No, bro. And I'm not speaking from a person who's now successful. I bet some of you are wondering, who is this guy? Why should I listen to him? I'm just the guy who has the courage to pursue my dreams. I'm just the dude right now, where I am right now. I am just a dude who has the courage to pursue his dreams and not listen to anybody there because they don't know my potential. They don't know what's possible. I don't even know what's possible. I have to go check what's possible. I have to go seek the possible. You know what I mean? I don't know what I can do. I don't know what more I can do, bro. I don't know what more I can do. You don't know what more you can do, but you have to try. Now just imagine this, bro. What if you try and it works out? I know you hear a lot of people telling you that, what if it doesn't work out? People don't even give you that hope. But what if you try and it works out? What if you get it? How is your life going to change, bro? How is your life going to change, bro? Just imagine that, bro. Do you really want to give up on that for some average life? The life that everybody's living because people are afraid to pursue their dreams. I'm coming back. My dad is calling me. Okay, guys, I'm back. My dad was just calling me for something. Anyway, there's this movie I recommend all of you guys who've made it this far to watch. And the movie is called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. By the way, if you made it this far, please comment down The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind so I can know who you are. Please just do it for me. Please just do it for me. Anyway, this movie is about a 14-year-old boy named William Kwamkwamba who created a windmill in his village because there was a famine, because there was no irrigation, meaning that it did not rain for like a long time, that there were no plants growing, so they could not eat anything, and everybody was starving to death. First of all, he couldn't pay school fees because his family was farming, right? Now, when there's no rain, what are they farming? So he couldn't pay school fees. Now he had to sneak into school to read a book called Using Energy. And by the way, he did not even know how to read English properly at that time. So he used the diagrams in order for him to see what's going on. You know what I mean? And then he did not even have the material. So he had to go to a junkyard to use old scrappy material to create this windmill. A 14-year-old boy, guys. A 14-year-old boy. In such harsh conditions, in a village where there's a famine, saved his whole village from a famine. Now, what really stands out to this is that his dad was a gangster. His dad was a gangster. His dad was like, no, you must farm like me. We can't, no. His dad had that mindset, guys. And this kid had a vision. And finally, his dad was like, you know what? I'm just going to give you a try. He tried it and it worked. And there was water for the whole village, and even came to the point where there was even electricity to the village. I'm just going to post a clip of him speaking right now so you guys can actually see that this is based on a true story.
Within 5 months, all Malawians begin to starve to death. My family ate 1 meal per day at night, only 3 swallows of sima for each one of us. The food passes through our bodies. We drop down to nothing. Because of the hunger, I was forced to drop out of school. I looked at my father and looked those dry fields. It was the future I couldn't accept. So, I was determined to do anything possible to receive education. So I went to a library. I read books, science books, especially physics. I couldn't read English that well. I used diagrams and pictures to learn the words around them. Another book put that knowledge in my hands. It said, windmill could pump water and generate electricity. Pump water meant irrigation, a defense against hunger, which we were experiencing by that time. So I decided I'll build one windmill for myself. But I didn't have materials to use. So I went to a scrapyard where I found my materials. Many people, including my mother, said I was crazy. I built my machine.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that this dude right here, guys, who has arms and legs, who lived in harsher conditions than you and I, could achieve something so great? If you and I, who live in such conditions, with a phone, with internet connection, because you are watching this video with internet connection and with access to unlimited amounts of information, especially now with AI and everything, what can we do? What do we have potential to do? But you have to try to know. So that's it from me, guys. You need to try to know. Whatever risk, no matter how risky it sounds, no matter how risky it is, you need to try, bro. Because you never know. What if it works? That's the thing about risks. What if it works? So you never know what life truly has for you, guys. You just need to try and stop staying stagnant, guys. This life is too short to just live it like waking up and going to work and dying. This life is too short. Live. Try something new. Make a name for yourself. Make a name for yourself. That idea that you have, you might be the only one who has it in this world. And you might die with that idea. And the idea will never, ever, ever be put into place. Ever. And that could have been the biggest solution to the world's biggest problem. You know, you might have the greatest song in your mind, but if you never write it, and if you never publish it, and if you never sing it, then it won't exist. You know, it won't exist. You might be a drawer and you might create something that's more valuable than the Mona Lisa, but you'll never know until you try. You'll never know until you try. So that's it from me, guys. Don't sleep on yourself. Don't sleep on yourself. Don't sleep on yourself. You have more potential than you think you do. I have more potential than I think I do. That's it from me, guys. I hope you guys have had a wonderful one, and I hope this inspired you to actually pursue that true dream that you have inside and stop settling for whatever you think is right for you, because guys, life is too short not to live it the way you want to.